Welcome to Recrea Now, a health and wellness podcast for all of your health and therapy needs.
Hey guys, I'm Angela with Recrea Now. This is our new podcast. So what we're going to do in this podcast is really, I want you to understand what's out there, what's available. I want to teach you and empower you to take your own health into your own hands. You know, there's a lot of people out there that'll just say, oh, that's normal. Why in the world do we want to feel normal? We need to feel our absolute best that we can, a best quality of life, be absolutely optimal in what we feel. That's what we do, and that's what I want to do on this. I really want to help you understand how to be your best you. And we're really going to work hard on that. You know, that's what this podcast is for, is to just really explain to you where to go, how to go. You don't have to come and see me. I don't care if you come and see me. You can come and see me because I've got this great, huge, bubbly attitude, or because I can be the drill sergeant. Hey, I don't care. But I want you to be educated. I want you to understand. I want you to be able to go into anybody, any practitioner, any doctor, nurse practitioner, and say, this is what I want, and this is why I want it. Why should we just accept because the doctor said so? We're not going to do that anymore. Let's take our health in our own hands, and that's why this podcast is now going to be here. So a little bit about me. You'll find out, you can go on and search my name. You'll see all kinds of sort of things. I've always got a toe in the box. But I'm always going to try and figure out what's the best thing out there to be able to stay legal and do what's best. Yeah, it's practicing medicine. That's what we do, right? We're practicing. But we're going to give you as much information as we possibly can. And that, I want to be the expert in this field. I actually kind of think that I am. I do know some stuff, pat myself on the back there. So I started out in the Navy. Actually, I was 16. And I started helping my 90-year-old or a 60-year-old aunt taking care of a 90-year-old man. And she's like, you know what, Ange? I think you found your calling. You really need to be doing this. So I didn't have a way to go to school, come from a low-income family, mom on welfare, so, hey, how are you going to go to school? Went in the Navy. So in the Navy, and, you could say in the Navy, hey, that's fine. Was in there. I was a corpsman. Absolutely loved it. Would never want to do it again, but it was a great experience. I think it definitely boosted me into where I'm at now. Then I went to college in the Navy, came out, went to nursing school, had kid, ended up getting divorced after 20 years. Then I was continuing my education. I went and received my nurse practitioner, which I absolutely love. Best thing I've ever done in my life. Was absolutely difficult. Was never one of those, Excel A students. Definitely difficult, but I did it. And I just thought, once I'm a nurse practitioner, I'm going to make a difference. About 7 years ago, I gave up traditional medicine and I started doing this stuff, more regenerative, working with, umbilical cord stem cells, joint injections, peptides, all of those different things, weight loss, optimizing the thyroid. All of those things are really important. We don't just want to be normal. We want to feel fantastic. And that's what I decided to leave traditional medicine to do. Because I think, let's be preventative. Let's try to really, take our own health in our hands and just, really try all that preventative medicine. Well, we don't call it medicine because it's not, but just preventative therapies. Why do we have to wait until we have heart disease? Why do we have to wait until our lungs are bad? Let's fix it now. Recrea now. So I have told you a little bit about our services. We do a whole lot more. If you want to avoid surgeries, if you want to avoid plastic surgeries or things like that, definitely that's what we do here. So when we come back, after the break, we are going to talk to one of our current clients. His name's Shawn, and I think he's going to enlighten you and give you some great information. And we're going to be back after the break.
So, want to thank a company that is near and dear to my heart.
Who's that?
Evolutionary Productions.
Oh my gosh, that sounds so familiar. I wonder where I've heard that before.
Guys, let me tell you about Evolutionary Productions. So it's run by a gal named Eva B in the industry. And so she is a technical, artistic whiz with a great work ethic and exquisite artistic ideas when it comes to any and all things digital production. If you are looking for somebody to help you remote, or you could be local, Eva has started a company called Evolutionary Productions, and it is taking off. So you can be one of the beggars. You can add your name to the list. But if you come from this podcast and you say it, I bet you get moved to the top.
I think that's pretty accurate.
I think that's true.
Evolutionary Productions, helping you create evolutionary content.
Would really like to thank Evolutionary Productions for their support today. And then I would like to introduce Shawn to the show. And Shawn has been partaking of some of our services. But before we get into that, why did you seek us out?
So, thanks for letting me come on here, by the way. This is awesome. I obviously feel strongly about, the products and stuff like that. So cool to get a chance to talk about it. So my ex-wife noticed, she was getting a little, frustrated with her. Yeah,
be careful.
She gets frustrated a lot. She was getting frustrated, because she's in her low 40s now, you know what I mean? And so it's a little bit different when it comes to losing weight. Once you, I think, hit like that 40 mark, things are different. The weight doesn't just fall off you anymore, So she was getting frustrated with her inability to lose weight. And she had always been able to lose weight very quickly because she would work out like a maniac and eat right. She just has that discipline, and I don't. And so she was like, and she was having some pains and some other things, and she knew I was struggling with some things. So she said, do you want to try this weight loss therapy with me? It's right down here in Medina, which is where we live. And they do semaglutide. And that was a keyword that I had heard of before, because I know it's a thing with, I'm hearing about celebrities doing it and stuff and losing weight. So she said, hey, do you want to do this? And I was like, yep. I was like, let's do it. I'll try it because, I'm 50. So losing weight, it gets harder, Right. So I was like, yeah, I'm in. So we searched you out, and that's why I did it basically off her recommendation and our mutual frustration with how we were feeling.
Right. And then, what would you experience when you come in?
Yeah. So it was, scary. The unknown is scary. Right. So I was like, but, the cool thing, I could say this as a client, hearing the explanation of knowing what's going to happen, the semaglutide, for instance, it's going to curb your appetite. Okay. I was like, cool, because, if it's up to me, I'll just keep eating, unfortunately, just being honest, so it's a natural appetite curb. So I was like, okay, that's cool. That made me feel, like I had a chance of success. The way you explained everything, I told her this when we left there, I felt very in good hands, and that's important to me, as you get up with age a little bit, who you're trusting with your health care, or not, health care, but just therapies. It's important. I have blood pressure issues, hypertension. And so that was one of my main concerns. And I remember I brought it up to you. Can this affect my blood pressure stuff? Because I've worked hard to make sure I got it in line, and you assured me that it could. So I felt good about that. So I'm not like a therapy guy. I don't normally I don't take care of myself well. But now being 50, I need to. And I felt like I was in good hands. So I had a very good feeling.
And now that they've lost that 30 pounds, which is 3 of these, by the way.
Is that what I lost?
Yes, you've lost 3 of these.
That's disgusting.
But I don't know exactly where these 3 have come from. I don't know if it's your butt, your boobs, your I don't know. But,
yeah.
But is your blood pressure better?
My blood pressure is better.
Okay.
And the cool thing, too, is, you get that first, 10 pounds off. For me, I'd speak for me. Getting that first 10 pounds off kind of gave me the motivation to do even a little extra on my own. I started walking.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. It's you don't hurt as much. You don't have as much pain on your knees and stuff.
I don't. And my back is better, blood pressure better. So it's very, very, very cool.
Right. We can be your best cheerleader. or I can be your drill sergeant. So
You've
it just
been
depends
both.
on
You've been both.
if I got to bark at you and get you, get you moving, get your butt up off the couch, I can do that.
Yeah.
Or I can be, oh, it'll be okay, Shawn.
Right,
You can do this.
right.
But I don't like to do that one. I like to be the drill sergeant, just to let you guys
That's
know.
what I need. That's what I need for sure.
Most people do. Most people do. I've lost 10 of these bad boys, and
That's crazy.
I know, but we live it. We, that's what it really. I don't do anything to a patient unless I've done it to myself, done it to my husband, which he gets a lot of tortures.
He's a guinea pig?
He's a guinea pig.
That's funny.
All the kids are guinea pigs, so we really understand it. And that's why, I really, and everybody's family, and a lot of times when people are leaving the office, hey, welcome to the family.
Yeah.
It's good to have you with us.
It is cool when we walk in there. I will say this, that we walk in there and everybody kind of knows each other. It's a good atmosphere. And, like from a consumer or a client standpoint, I don't want to walk in and feel like I'm in a medicine house or like I'm in a hospital.
Right.
Like to me, that makes me nervous. I get white coat syndrome or whatever. Like I'm immediately like, you know what I mean? Like I just don't like that feeling. Your clinic is, it's a different feel. It's progressive. It feels like, you know what I mean? Like I'm not in a hospital, getting ready to be operated on. Like we're doing therapies.
Right. And we're always laughing.
Always laughing.
Always laughing.
I always laugh.
Always laughing. Yeah. Always. Yeah, I mean, you got to have a good humor in this business, that's for sure. And so have you done you want to talk about any of the other services you've done?
Yeah, no, I don't mind. Yeah, I mean, you did the semaglutide with me. I lost 30 pounds, I think. So maybe 3 months. Yeah, 30 pounds. Then we did the testosterone therapy, the pellets,
the hormone pellets,
which was again great for if there's any men watching that have experience with doing testosterone, whether on their own or whatever. The cool thing was again it's more organic. There's none of the side effects that come with the synthetic, so
it's
that
actually protective.
Yeah, so that
protective,
no blood pressure peak or nothing. So that was cool, and then you put some. We're doing some. What's it called? The Botox.
Brotox.
Yeah, Brotox.
Brotox.
What is the name for it though?
Jeuveau.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the newest toxin that's out on the market, so it's actually pretty cool.
Yeah. So and that because I mean again I've never really cared. I've never really cared like do I look my age or how do I look or whatever.
Right,
I don't care like too much. But I'm on social media. And so I would get a lot of stuff on social media. People would say things like, calling me a boomer when I'm really not, or that I look older than I am, and I'm like, whatever, dude. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, so I tried it and it worked. I mean, I hate needles. So I was scared, Angela, like to be honest with you, but it was so not.
I know. He wanted his ex-wife to hold his hand because he's a wuss. But, it's
that's
all
why
good.
she's my ex-wife. If I was just a little bit more manly. But so we did that, right? So we did that. You did the testosterone therapy, which is amazing. I mean, I feel
it's life-changing, right?
I'm telling you, it takes 15 years off of how you feel.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Not only like how you physically feel out, like everybody can see, but in the bedroom.
In the bedroom I'm in there by myself.
Well,
But it's better there too.
For we women, we have a thing called Bob.
I'm better at individual sex.
Okay.
Because of the testosterone.
Well, you know what you want.
Yeah.
You know what you need, what you want.
I don't have any partners.
Well,
Just me.
Well, I was in the Navy. So,
yeah, you're good.
Yeah,
you're good. You know what I'm talking
about. But the reason I got kicked out of the Navy, I don't know if I ever told you this, is because I don't drink, I don't cuss, and I don't drink coffee either.
How were you in the Navy?
Go.
Yeah, you're out.
You gotta go. Oh, and I don't like to swim, so.
Let me join the Navy. Yeah, let's get on a ship.
Yeah, well,
that's great.
And then one more thing, just since we went there.
Let's keep
my
going.
maiden name was Clapp. You know what they call you in the Navy?
No.
Seaman.
Yeah.
Yeah. So put
Seaman.
that together.
Seaman and Clapp.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you've got some life experience.
It's the sense of humor.
I want you helping me with my therapies. You're my kind of gal. Like, you get me.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Absolutely. We have fun.
I love it.
That's what's great about it. It's great.
I love it.
Great. All right. Anything else you want to say, Shawn?
No,
I think we just took a U-turn and, flipped it around.
I like where we're headed, though. I like where we're going with it. It's good. But again, but Angela, in all seriousness, this goes to your clinic and your business. this is great. Like I'm getting treatment that I need and deserve and should be doing for myself in a manner that, is not personally offensive and intimidating. And I can just, again, I'm not, trying to sell your clinic, but I will tell anybody that, go to someone like this. This is how therapies can be today.
Right.
It doesn't have to be in that sterile environment where you feel like you're literally a lab rat, and they don't want to really answer any questions because you're just a number. The personalized experience, I think, for a client, for customers, it's out there, and people owe it to themselves to have that kind of experience. That's my opinion.
Yeah, and it's not high pressured sales. It's nothing like that. You come in, we teach you. Like I said, I don't care. Go somewhere else. I really don't care.
Yeah.
But you need to be educated, and you need to know what you need and what you want, and then you go.
Yeah.
Find it.
No, it's awesome. I'm grateful to have found you, honestly.
Well, thank you so much, Shawn, for
Yeah.
coming. This has been quite enlightening. Not only did I teach you, but you taught me today, so that's all good.
You're welcome, Seaman. You're welcome, Seaman.
No, Seaman clap, sir.
Okay, that's I love it.
Oh, Lordy. I'll tell you something, another part.
We can keep going.
Oh, well.
Yeah, we need it.
Well,
your producer's giving me the eyeball.
I always thought it would be wonderful to be Captain Clap and be working at the hospital.
Sergeant Seaman and Captain Clap.
Yep, Captain Clap, please report to the STD clinic. Captain Clap, please report to the STD. I mean, great, right?
I like it.
And then have big CC on my chest. Captain Clap.
Captain Clap. I like it. I'm in for it.
Gotta have the cape, though, man.
Yeah. And I tell you what, though, what would be cool in here, I hope you ever can bring in some of those before and after pictures. Those are so interesting that you have at your clinic.
Oh, yeah.
Of you.
Absolutely.
And the people, like, and your daughter and
I'm
stuff.
going to get
the
one
weight
of those
loss.
big cutouts of me, and I'll stand next to it.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
it really
is. It is. Yeah, so, nobody believes it's me. And I'm never going to go back to that lady. No.
No, and me neither. I mean, losing that extra weight has just done wonders for you. It does it for your confidence, the way you feel, your clothes fit better. It's just,
absolutely.
It's cool.
Absolutely. But like I've always said, no matter where I go in life or what I accomplish in life, I will always be me.
Yeah.
You will always get me. So, sorry.
I like it.
Sorry, but not sorry,
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks, Shawn.
No,
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me on. It's awesome.
Yeah. So we're going to do a weekly podcast, and you can find it on YouTube, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music. So check us out. I mean,
I'll do it.
Keep trying, see what we're going. You never know what's going to come out of these mouths.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, or go in them. But yeah.
Lord. I'm going to have to make sure I don't blush anymore. Yeah. You're actually blushing.
I know I am. I know. That just came out, and I was like, but it was already out there.
Can't take it back.
It's already out there.
On camera.
All right.
All right, Shawn.
Thanks for having me. It's cool.
Thank you. Yep. Until next time.
Recrea Now is a product of Evolutionary Productions. Copyright 2023, all rights reserved. No reproduction of this podcast is permitted without written express consent from Recrea Health or Evolutionary Productions. For more information on Recrea Health, find us on TikTok, Facebook, or Instagram at Recrea Health. For more information about services or a free consultation, visit www.recreahealth.com.